So, in today's video guys, we're showing the new Festival Tower event here. Now, we used to get this a fair bit when Legend used to release Ultra units, but for some reason they actually stopped doing that. I'm not too sure why, whether it was too generous giving 1000cc, stuff like that, who knows, right? But we're going here, obviously, for part 3 for Beast Gohan here. I've got all these done. It did take quite a while, I'll admit that. I think all up it took me over an hour, mainly because, like, the later stages, so I think from... yeah, Battle 20 and upwards took me the longest to do. The rest weren't too bad. Or maybe it's from 15 upwards. So I'll show the team that I use real quick, and then at the end of the video, well, the next segment of the video, I'll then show a sped up version of this team here, just taking on all of it without any problems. The only problem I did have was the last phase of the fight, but when we get to it, I'll explain. So the key thing is with this is obviously making sure your characters and all that, depending on you have, you know, basically make sure you bring the characters for this fight, for example, right? I have to bring Beast Gohan to take on obviously UI Goku, Cyber Advantage, right? But throughout each stage, it does get a bit harder in terms of your team, right? So what I thought I'd talk about first is how to sort of change it a little bit. So I think from 1 to 5 was okay, if I remember correctly. Yeah, conditions are still the same, because at one stage you'd have to use different characters from different categories, right? So it might be from, is it 6 or is it definitely from 10? Okay, so from 6 here, as you can see there, you have to use Sun Family, which isn't obviously too bad. As you can see there on the team, we do have a fair bit of Sun Family units. So all I basically do here is I've basically gone battle bonus characters and sort of spread the team out a fair bit, just so I, you know, sort of have a bit of a range, right? Just saves me changing teams here and there, sort of thing. So Sun Family obviously got a fair bit. You obviously got Beast Gohan there. You got Diamond Goku. Super Saiyan 3, well, Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3, Goku as well. So you have a fair bit of units that you can use. Now the thing that I don't like about this event is there's not many boost units, right? Throughout the whole event, these are all the ones you got, right? Which I do understand, obviously, because these are all the anniversary, all the Legends First characters. But at the same time, not many people are going to probably have most of these units. You know, like Beast Gohan, probably not many people are going to have them straight away. You know, I mean, don't worry about the stars as well. As you can see, my Diamond Goku is 14 stars. That stars don't really matter. This event's pretty easy. It's just getting your team builds right. So, like I said, the one thing I do hate about this event is there's not many characters to choose from. So, Sun Family wasn't really too bad, obviously, because you do have 3 units you can pick from. And even if you have type disadvantage, they're not really that difficult, the bosses, until you get to, like, stage 20 and above. But 20 and above is okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, if I remember correctly, it should be 11 and above is different. Yeah, so Majin Buu Saga. Yet again, you got a fair... I'll just stay here, actually. Screen's better. So, Majin Buu Saga, you've obviously got a fair bit more characters as well. You got, what, Videl there. You got the Goku, and Transforming Goku. You got Vegeta there as well. So, yet again, you have a little bit of a selection there. I think it should be about 3 of each. It should be, yeah. So, yeah, you got Majin Buu Saga there. And then, as well, I probably should have mentioned, it doesn't really matter if you want to run like a full Future team, full Sun Family team. It doesn't really matter too much. Like, the only other thing I will say, which is a bit of a difference, depending on if you've done it or not, is I have actually arts boosted a fair bit of these units. Now, arts boosting, if you've watched my videos before, I heavily do talk about this in PvE events, because it's such a big deal, especially with the stat difference. It may not seem like a lot, but if we go down to, where is it, here, right? So you get an extra 13,000 on your strike, blast boost, and special boost, right? Which doesn't seem like a lot, but you definitely feel it in PvE, and you also get the heavy attack, right? And the heavy attack basically just, it's basically just like a guaranteed crit sort of thing on every hit. So that's why I recommend, you don't have to go all the way to 99 like I have. You can definitely go to 30 and you'll still be fine. But that's why I recommend a lot of people to put it on not all your characters. It doesn't have to be all of them. I mean, I haven't even got all of them done. But just some of the units that are very popular. Like Beast Gohan's obviously going to be one of the best units in the game for quite a while. You know, Diamond Goku, stuff like that, right? So characters that are going to be helpful in the long run, I recommend arts boosting. Which I actually might make a separate video for that if you guys want. And I'll just talk about the characters I recommend to arts boost. So, yeah, Majin Buu Saga wasn't so difficult yet again. With this team, Future was a tiny bit difficult, I'll say, depending on your skill, I'd say as well. So obviously on future team here, I've actually only got just Vegeta there, right? Which, not looking at it now, it probably would be better to swap Tamagami in for either Goku Black or probably Cell and Frieza, because Cell and Frieza can obviously switch to blue or purple, so they might have been a better choice to bring in, but Goku Black could work just as well. So yet again, you have 3 selections there for future. It was definitely future, yep. So, but yeah, like I said, I only had Vegeta when I did it, and I didn't struggle at all. It did take a little bit longer, obviously, because like I said, with these conditions, you can only use characters from that tag, right? So it does take a little bit longer to do, but at the same time, it's pretty easy. Now, from stage 20 and above, let me just double check. Okay, 21 and above it is. Luckily from this point onwards, 21 and above, it doesn't matter who you bring, right? As long as you bring, obviously, the battle bonus characters, you're pretty much fine, right? Now, there is 3 enemies per one from now on, which does make things a tiny bit more difficult, but at the same time, there's no restrictions. As long as you have battle bonus characters, it's fairly easy, right? The only one I did struggle with was the last fight, and the main reason why I struggled with him with the last fight is Beast Gohan's on it, the Ultra Beast Gohan. And this just shows you how overpowered he can be. Like, he instantly one-shot me. He one-shot my Vegito just with his special beam cannon, right? With that new ability. So be very careful of that. You'll see, I'll actually put it in the video at the end, where I do actually get one shot in the end. So you do have to be very careful of that, right? But same thing, the team I use here, if you want to know, is, I didn't even bring actually a purple unit. I'm pretty sure I brought Daima Goku, Tech Vegeta, well, I say Tech because of Dokkan, but Green Vegito, and Beast Gohan, right? And that's pretty much it. And I like I said, I did beat it first try when I did it. I was just under the requirement on the challenge. I then beat it within a certain amount of time again. So I did it again and actually probably locked in and got it done. But from this one onwards, we'll show basically the teams I use. Well, not the teams I use, but just show you how fast and easy it is. So from this point onwards, this is just, fully sped up, but it's just to show basically what teams I sort of use here, and, just to sort of prove it does work, right? Like I said, this did take quite a fair bit, so the reason why I did speed it up is, I think in total, before I edited it all down, it was like an hour and, I think 10 minutes it took me to do. And I was like semi-speed running it instead, like right at the end I fully speed run it. But, yeah, that's why I sped it up like quite a fair bit, because obviously you don't want to watch the full 1 hour and some video of just pure PvE, right? But like I said, I don't think it was difficult at all. Like, even if I didn't ask for any units, I think I'd still be fine. At the end, the last 5 stages, well, I mean, really the last 3 stages took the longest. So I think if RSP is going to be very important, it'd be the last 3, because they're definitely the most difficult. But as long as you bring battle bonus characters, at least one of them, it's fairly easy. There's not really much struggle with it at all. The only thing that I would recommend is when we get to the last stage, which is quite a fair bit. There's obviously quite a few levels here. But Beast Gohan, the Ultra Beast Gohan, in the last stage of the fight is who you want to take out the most, right? You need to take him out as quickly as possible. Just because of how toxic he can be with the special beam cannon and that, and his ultimate, he's just very toxic and can hit very hard. So as long as you can sort of keep an eye on him, it's not difficult at all, right? You have got the other beast going there which can transform. He's still a little bit toxic, but I find the Ultra's way more, toxic in this event. So you just have to be careful with that. But it's only just the one stage at the end. But it is worth it this event, right? You do get 1000cc and also a special title. I mean, the special title isn't really that much, but 1000cc is obviously quite a fair bit. Whether you use that to summon on Beast Gohan or save or not, it's up to you, obviously. We'll have a video up probably fairly soon. I think probably after this video I'll end up going straight on to record that. Whether you should summon or skip. Quick heads up, I'll probably say right now in this video, I think it's probably a good idea to really wait a few days or so to sort of have a think about it, right? Few reasons. Mainly because I think Ultra Banners is absolutely terrible. They're just not worth it unless we do get pity in some way, then it will be worth it. But I just can't really recommend people to summon on it, but at the same time, if you're a Hybrids fan or Gohan fan, stuff like that, go right ahead. He's a really good unit. He's going to be very solid for the next, hopefully, few months, unless Legends does what they did with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and just completely send out every unit on Earth they could do to stop him. But if that's not the case, then yeah, go right ahead. Gohan's going to be worth it for quite a fair bit. Probably at least to Anniversary, I'd say. He's going to be very good still. I wouldn't say he's going to be like top 10 all the way to Anniversary, but he'll still definitely be up there and can help you out a fair bit. Especially in these PvE events, right? He's actually really good for that. But I guess you can't really judge it on this because he does get a battle bonus effect. So you can't really fully judge it on that, but at the same time, you know, you can sort of see his abilities and how good he can be. In terms of the Zenkai as well, I have not really much of a clue who it's going to be. Because obviously the really bad thing of Legends, what they did last time, the reveals and stuff, which I can't work out for the life of me, is they announced we're getting a Zenkai, but they didn't announce who it's going to be. But they did say it's going to be part of the new New Year's raid, which is good, right? I'm not complaining, that's a pretty good idea. But at the same time, they could have told us who it was, right? I don't see why we have to wait, because obviously New Year's is not too far away, obviously. But at the same time, they could have easily told us, yep, it's going to be Gogeta Blue, or MUI Goku, or at least give us a hint. You know, we got literally nothing. Like, we did get a few announcements that last night, like Hoi Poi's coming back, festival battles. So there's a few good things from that live stream, or reveals and stuff, but they definitely should have announced who the LF was going to be. But I'm going to throw this theory out in this video because I'm not sure how many people are going to watch this to the end. But I'm starting to think we're going to get an EX part for Legends Fest. Now, I'm not saying that because I know there's any leaks, stuff like that. There's nothing, I don't know anything. I'm just purely having a stab in the dark here. I find it very weird how lackluster this event, this Legends Festival has been. And I'm starting to think, are they going to go with a proper bang and go, oh wait, here's an EX part? You know, because the main thing that's really throwing me off is part 1 of Legends Fest, right? They hinted at an MUI Goku, right? Or UI Son Goku, just because of the pose that they did. Like the two actors, like you could easily tell straight away it's going to be MUI Goku or some sort of UI Son Goku. But we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, you know, what's it for? Everyone thought maybe it was going to be a tag unit for Beast Gohan and MUI Goku, but as we can see, Ultra Gohan is here and there's no MUI, so unless he's the Zenkai, and that's what the teaser was for, pretty odd for a teaser to be for a Zenkai, like that big. You know, it's fairly odd, right? But who knows what Legends has got in store. But yeah, that's one of my crazy theories. But like I said, I can't say if it's true or not. I'm just purely speculating at this point. But I think now I'll probably wrap up the video here. I mean, there's not much else to really talk about. You can sort of see how the fight goes, sort of thing. Pretty easy. Like I said, there's not really much struggle in it. It's just getting the teams right, and that's basically it. Fighting styles usually the same. Except for the festival challenge battles, I usually mix that up a bit. You know, because obviously to target an individual unit to get that done quick as possible. But this doesn't really matter too much. So, yeah, if you guys need any more help, just please leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to help you guide through it. And, yeah, if you guys like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.